This week, we're diving straight in and finally reinforcing the structure of La Ferté.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the entrails of La Ferté. We're here in our cave, and as you know, we were reinforcing our structural beams in two key places of the house. We still have much more to do. Let's focus on what has been done. First things first, we need to secure the floor the way it was. So they came here and they put étai all around the poutre. And then they proceeded to create these holes right here in the walls. And this is exactly where the poutre, especially this one, was in really bad shape. It wasn't touching the wall at all. Like all the part that was inside the wall was completely rotten. The thing is, we say rotted beam, but the core was good. The problem was the tips. All right, so stuff is about to get real here. They're starting the étayement so they can come and reinforce the beams. Right there, it's where they're going. If you can see on each side of the beams, they're digging a hole, and it's going to be the same on the other side. So, in order to get these lamellé-collé beams on each side to go through the wall, you had to create this hole. But that created a problem because right here we had this arch, this stone arch that upstairs was holding these big stone blocks that were inside the chimney, but they were being held by these two beams. They were being barely held. There were cracks. It wasn't very safe. And once we started touching here, it just began to crack. Now, as we are using the kitchen otherwise, and we cannot use that foyer for cooking, we don't need the arch anymore. But we kept the stones. Who knows? Maybe one day we can try and recreate that arch. Most likely not. Tackling these big structural milestones is no joke, because from here, we're gonna take it to the next level. And that's why we're so grateful to have FOREO as a sponsor to help us with the restoration.
And speaking of restoration, let's talk about my face. This is the FAQ 202 by FOREO, a next-generation LED mask made of ultra-soft silicone and a lightweight, wireless frame that is super comfortable to use. LED light therapy was originally used by the Navy SEALs for accelerating wound healing, and as someone with skin on the sensitive side, it's amazing to have this clinical technology in my own home. This device uses 8 different wavelengths, including near-infrared, to help promote collagen production and support the skin barrier.
Just gonna take the dog out for a walk.
Okay. I've been using it in between filming and hauling beams, and honestly, it's the easiest repair work I do all week. It's helped to reduce my redness and irritation, plus it's a super relaxing way to wind down from a long day on the work site or in the garden. So while we're repairing this chateau, this little mask is repairing me. FOREO is having a birthday celebration right now, which means you can stack our code, ohno35, on top of their already amazing deals on their website for up to 50% off. Just click on the link in the description. Your skin will thank you.
So this is one of the corbels that they have taken out. It always amazes me the size of these old nails. Once you had the beams down, you have to put them in place. So now, with the holes on each side of the walls, you could place it a bit like this. First one side, then the second one. This is not as easy as it sounds, as you can see in the video.
C'est quoi ton blanc, hein? Fort. Fort. Encore un peu. Là. Là, c'est bien, c'est bien. Il est bon au trait, là, de ce côté. Un petit coup. Oh, encore. Aïe! Tu peux encore avancer? Vous savez encore un peu la voiture?
Bah, faut que ça aille jusqu'au second haut, mais. Ouais. Après, il faudrait que ça remonte.
Vas-y encore. C'est bon là, Mathieu.
So now we had in place our laminated timber beams. Sandwiched our old beam, and they've been boulonnés. That means they've been bolted through and through. So they are holding our old beam, which is still having its structural function, but what's keeping them in place in the walls, this is our new beams. Once that is done, we need to create support for the plancher, right? Because it's not, the beams don't hold the plancher by themselves. They hold them by something called a corbel. And here is our new corbel. That is that second piece of wood. You could say like a second beam. So there it is, there's the corbel, which is a ledge where the soliveau rests. Above the soliveau, there is our plancher. But this is just phase one of our works.
While he's doing that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support means a lot. Woo! Where are we putting it? Over there?
All right, so this was phase one, and now let's go under the staircase where things were very critical. And during the chantier, we found out that they were even worse than we thought. Right here were the old cave à vent, right underneath the staircase, and here the floor, the plancher. Yeah, we had a big dénivelé. The staircase and the plancher were being supported by acroprops. We have 3 or 4 holding everything, so it wasn't very reassuring. It was clear as day that this was one of the first places we're going to tackle. So what did we do here? First thing, just like back there, we had this beam, this massive old beam that is in part compromised by some champignons, some fungus. So we did the same thing. We got a massive lamellé-collé beam going parallel to it, and then it was bolted.
On one side only, this one.
This one on one side, because on the other side we have the beam that's supporting the staircase, that it's in pretty good shape. It doesn't look like much, but it's in pretty good shape. But while we were doing this, we realized that the soliveau on this side, it was completely gone. They started touching and it was just crumble. Like, I think like this is dirt, but like some of this is also just what was inside the beams. All this dust, it's coming from these beams. This is the new soliveau that's going parallel to the old one. And why is that? Why didn't we took the old soliveau out? It's because if we were to do that, we would have to eventually change the plancher, the floor. So as the floor was holding, we wanted to keep the floor, the old floor, even though the floor, au fil des années, had taken this sort of bow, had taken this shape.
Le bois a pris son cintre.
It's okay, like we live in an old house, we think this is part of it. The answer was to just create a new soliveau parallel to the old soliveau, being supported by this I-beam right here that's been here for quite a while. So we managed to reinforce the totality of the structure, give support to the plancher, to the staircase, without completely changing the floor. I think that's exactly what we wanted.
Success.
Holy crap, you see there's a bird nest right there?
Yeah, you've never seen that?
No. Jesus. Okay. Well, needless to say, this was a lot of work. We had a dedicated team coming here for a full week. We were following each step of the way, and now we feel more safe and we can start our kitchen. And I mean, that's great, right? But it's not over.